fuck is going on? We're back in this shit. Thank y'all for waiting on us, man. I know we a couple minutes late, 6 minutes, but we here, man. Better than ever. You feel me? Week 6, episode 6. It takes two. We live in the flesh. What's going on, everybody out there waiting? I appreciate you. If you in the little chat right now, man, make sure to leave a like. We already up to 3 likes right now. We just started. I appreciate that, everybody. Let's get this show started, man. It's your host Jalon, man. I'm here with my brother Jamal. We doing it up, man. Jamal, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm alive.
I'm still alive. Last week we had a couple funny moments last week. I was fucking with it. A couple little clips out of that. But all right, boom. Quick episode for y'all. Probably try to get out a little 30-minute banger, maybe an hour. Just depends on how the conversation flows. You already know how this shit goes, man. It's Tuesday, man. We in this shit, man. I'm feeling good. It's week 6, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, what is that like? That's a month and a half. Yeah. Damn. Huh? Nigga, that's actually really hard though. I fuck with that. We a month and a half deep.
This thing's not loading.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I got it pulled up here on my phone too, just in case, so I can see if any hiccups. Nah, yeah, everything's smooth. Last week for the YouTube, man, I know last week that shit was kind of choppy because we were streaming on Facebook at the same time. Excuse me, and when you streaming on 2 different platforms at the same time using the same shit, I guess, or maybe it was because Streamlabs. I really don't fucking know. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, but that shit was a little choppy, and yeah, I wasn't really fucking with it, man. But yeah, we here, man. We back and better. Got a couple questions. I actually got a few questions from Sunday service with my boy Jameson. If y'all didn't get a chance to check that out, make sure to head over to the IG _JAL8AM. But I'm sure if you hear, you already know what's going on with that. And or you can go to Ahim Stream on Instagram as well. Really all platforms, and check us out there too. But I got a couple quick questions I want to run past him, see what he thinks about it, because I think there were some pretty good topics. But yeah, man, without further ado, we had y'all waiting already anyway, so let's get into it. We should let me see how I want to start this off. Should we go funny or fuck? I'm just gonna go in order the questions are in, man. So you've been seeing that? Well, have you seen do you follow Say Cheese?
No.
Nah. No, like media platforms, anything like that? Say Cheese or Shade Room or shit like that?
No, I don't follow that stuff now.
Well, Boosie was on live, and if y'all know what's going on, man, y'all, if you in tune and updated, man, you kind of know where I'm about to go with this. Boosie was on live, and a comment on his live was asking him, who would win in a headbutting competition between him and Yo Gotti. But I was thinking, I'm like, Boosie forehead not that big, like he got a pretty big forehead or whatever, but.
He has a small head, but
Yo Gotti,
but his head.
Nigga,
no, but Gotti? Boosie's head to
body ratio.
Well, like his head size to forehead ratio is pretty big. He does have a big forehead.
Yo shit go back the older you get, so it's going. He already like what 40 or some shit, 45 some shit. So his shit, if he was a young nigga like that, then I could see. But Yo Gotti, so I changed it out. My question is, who would win in a headbutting competition between Rihanna and Yo Gotti? Cause Riri got that motherfucker on. What's some fucking dinosaurs? You remember?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know the name of them.
Fuck, man. If you know what I'm talking about, shout out Riri. I love you too. If you know what I'm talking about, it was these fucking. Man. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know.
I can't even fucking think.
Honestly, hold on. I don't know if it's their foreheads or if it's just their head top. I think they have like a cone on their heads. It's
It's
more of a.
that forehead.
I don't think it's a forehead.
I remember when Rihanna dropped with the umbrella shit. That's all niggas could see. Cause that was the same time Chris Brown came out with the little peppermint gum. It's like a weed. That whole shit.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That shit. And then they started dating or whatever. But I remember like seeing her music video, the umbrella shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell no, her shit massive. But then I kind of grew to like Rihanna as a character, as an individual. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her forehead isn't that big of a issue for me. But who would win in a headbutting competition? Who would win in a headbutting competition?
I have to see them in person because, like, you can go off pictures, but
pull up a picture of Yo Gotti right quick.
The internet's not fucking working. Yeah.
Here, I'm about to pull that shit up.
I don't know what's going on.
Yo Gotti.
Honestly, I don't even know how.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got it. Hold on, let me pull up a good picture. That's a crazy photo. Look up Yo Gotti on the internet, y'all.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can look at pictures. Yes, they have big foreheads, but you got to see it in person. Some things look different in person. He has a solid head. He doesn't have much of a neck. Like he has a big head, no neck. He has a solid head.
That's all forehead, man. And shout out Yo Gotti too, man.
I'm not talking about his forehead. I'm just talking in general. Like his head size is huge. He has a huge head and no neck, so that's why it looks.
So you think he'll win?
Worse. Yeah, he's also a dude too, so I think he would bash somebody. Well, I don't know. He might have a soft spot.
Like a baby, he's talking about a soft spot.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Damn, Riri is. Let me see.
I don't know if her forehead is all that big. I think it just protrudes further. It's not that bad no
more. I don't. Maybe because she got bangs and shit.
Yeah, I think it's just more so like how she styles her hair, but also I don't think
that bad.
I don't think her forehead's that big. I think it's just it protrudes wider, like it comes out further out. Yeah. Well damn, never mind. That's not the greatest shot.
That's a true shot though.
I'm just saying, like, based off what I was saying. Well, also, yeah, it's just like I think she just has like a fat forehead. She don't have a big forehead.
So who gonna win that?
Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti, because Yo Gotti, he got a running back neck. They don't got no necks for real, so they just be straight. Wow. Shout out Yo Gotti though, and Riri, and Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody with a big forehead. I think actually that's like a telltale sign if a girl's attractive though. Big foreheads. You know what? I've grown as an adult to respect girls with bigger foreheads, man. Fuck, I forgot to even post the shit that we live right now. Hold on. I'm about to make a quick post right quick, y'all. Don't mind me. Or do. I don't give a fuck. Okay, in the meantime though, let me ask you this next question. Get your thoughts on it. Oh, is tongue kissing overrated? Tonguing a girl down. How you feel about that? Is that overrated?
I think so. I mean, I'm not big on making out. I mean that was like a thing when you're like teenagers, kids type stuff, like
making out.
Yeah, I'm not a big maker outer. I'm not.
You're not gonna make out with your ladies, like yo, never.
Like if I'm in the mood, yeah, I'll do stuff like that. But it's like I'm not. I don't know.
You die for the.
But also, I've been in a relationship for a long time, so.
What's that mean?
I'm just saying, like,
niggas be in relationships be.
So, like, I guess people like, I don't know, shit.
Oh, I know some old people probably make out for sure. There's some old people out there that be tonguing each other down. I don't know. I think too much tongue and shit's overrated. You going all it's like okay, we just kind of swap and spit at this point. But I would say it could be a little. It could be cool. It could be cool. It just. Where the fuck is my shit? Oh, there you go. It just depends on Cause some people don't know how to kiss. You gotta have good chemistry. Some girls are real aggressive kissers, and they just kind of like just all over the place, like oh. And then some girls they kind of more timid, and you gotta work your way into that. It really all depends on who you dealing with. Let me see. Posting. Hold on, y'all. I'm posting the link right now for the good people at IG. Boom. All right, cool. What y'all think though? Leave a comment, man. Leave a little comment. What y'all think? Y'all think tongue kissing is overrated?
Where are you reading the comments off of?
Comments will be right here.
Oh, it'll show there.
Chat, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me talking shit. But yeah, it'll pop up right there. Whenever the chat gets going. I'm speaking in existence. We don't got no fucking people in the chat right now.
Okay.
But if you are watching this, you can still leave a comment. It don't matter what time you're watching it. But as far as live chat, we got to get there. You know what I'm saying? We only a month and a half in. So episode 6, by the way, we feeling good. I'm feeling great. So we doing it. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So, all right, what you think? You said you gonna lead that to being a kid?
No. I'm not saying that. It's just that I don't know. I don't really think much about making out.
So it's not overrated?
I guess it is. I mean, I don't really think too much about it. Like, I think it was more of a thing whenever you're younger. Like, people care about making out or kissing and stuff like that because it's like, you're going through puberty and you got a lot of hormones going on and shit like that. But when you're an adult, well, at least for me, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
I do not care. Like, if the mood's there, then yeah, let's do it. If not, then
you straight to business. This nigga straight to business. Okay, got you. That keyboard's heavy as fuck. I don't know. That shit felt like I had lead in it. Yeah, I was like, God damn. I tried to pick it up real quick. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, all of them are metal besides this one. This one's the only one that's not metal.
How do I feel about it? I feel like it's cool. Shit, I fuck with it. I just don't like too much. Like if you just overly doing it, you got like it's just too much. We could probably
all that because like I'm not big on sloppy kisses too.
That's what I mean. Too much going on, like
saliva on my face and shit,
my fucking nose and all that. Like just Let's just relax for a second.
I'm not into that.
You feel me? But that just comes with but if you rocking with somebody, you know them, then yeah, that shit shouldn't even be an issue because you kind of know who you dealing with, how they like shit and all, whatever. But yeah, me personally, it's cool. Not a big deal. Whatever. I'm not tripping on it. It's not overrated. But yeah.
Like the French kiss? Or like
French kissing and all that.
Tonguing or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say you do or don't fuck with that? Or just circumstantial?
It's really circumstantial.
Okay. Shout out to all the French kissing biatches out there, man. Okay, this next question is gonna require a little bit of thought. Who's one person you want to slap the shit out of? One person you want to slap the shit out of just in this earth, like one like power slap. You know those slap videos like that? Pow. Slap a nigga like that. It could be Joe Biden or it could be whoever.
I don't care about Joe Biden.
You can slap whoever. I didn't even think about who the fuck I would slap. If I had to slap a nigga in his face,
maybe Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, you gonna waste it on him? Well,
he's annoying. He annoys me. I would think like I don't know. I'm not really in the.
Damn, I had somebody in mind. I can't even think who the fuck it was.
I think it'd just most likely be somebody who's stupid, like who says stuff just to rile people up, like a person like that. I don't have anyone like in mind right this second. It's just like anybody like that.
I would probably have to slap somebody who like is just. I don't like niggas who just be like fake. I don't know. I don't like bullyish type niggas, and niggas who like pick and choose and all that. It be like them type niggas, like bro.
And I don't like people who instigate either. I don't like messy people. That's really what it is. Like people who just go around trying to stir up mess. That stuff annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's just really people who are instigators, and since they're miserable, they try to make everybody around them miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type of stuff. That
So Ted Cruz, I
like
probably
he's just an example, but yeah, like Ted Cruz or Ron DeSantis from
I don't know
Florida,
what the fuck that is.
the Florida governor.
Oh,
I can't stand him. Like I feel like I think he's just like he's like a level above Ted Cruz, honestly.
fuck! I had somebody in mind too, like the perfect person to slap. I'm gonna come back to that question though. If y'all got somebody in mind y'all want to slap, man, leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the goddamn comments. Hey, and let us know if y'all got something to say live right now. You know, I see the fire emoji. What's going on? Yeah. If y'all got something to say right now, leave it in the chat, baby. We gonna get right to it. Okay. You know what? Let's, cause some of these questions are funny, and I want to wait till we warm up because I don't want you to not interact with the question the way I think that shit should be interacted with.
I got you. My head's hurting though.
All right.
So
Well,
that's another.
we'll
That's another
touch on
reason.
the more serious shit.
Okay.
Not serious, but whatever. We could get a little bit deeper, and then we gonna double back to this last funny question because
Alright.
I do got like two more funny shit. All right. All right. Let me see. So who gets in the front seat? This is one of them questions from Sunday service. If y'all was there, who gets in the front seat? Your mom or your girlfriend?
Mom.
Okay.
Easy.
See, that was controversial on Sunday.
How?
Because a lot of guys were saying like, well, my mom, she just automatically just gonna
No, for sure. That's just what it is.
do that type.
They our mom's automatically going to ride in the back. She doesn't even want to be in the front anyway.
Yeah.
That's just how
That's
our
not
mom
a
is.
choice.
So that's just what it is. Like, oh yeah, just hit the front. Like, so that's. But if I'm choosing who's going in the front, well, you know, my girl automatically knows like, oh, let me hit the back and let your mom be in the front.
Yeah.
But our mom, because I've been in the car with both people
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, and it's always been like, mom doesn't want to be in the front, so
True.
she hits the back. So simple as that. But it's like, you know, it's just it's like the respect type thing. So
that's how I was looking at. I was looking at it too, but I was like, I think like, I was thinking the same shit. That's why I was breaking down to them like, cause I was like, nah, my mom, she gonna hit the back off rip or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, then yeah, my girl, you know, respect that. Like you should.
Yeah, it's just a respect type thing, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, when there's an older person, they're gonna need more room to like for their legs to get out.
It wouldn't
so
even
they
matter
can sit
about none of that shit. It's just my mom. So
no, exactly.
But yeah,
but I'm just
I feel
saying,
where you going
just
with it.
so they can be more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it is. Like, that's the type of respect thing. So hit
some
the back.
but I get it though. Some people's mom ain't shit. So niggas like fuck it. I don't care how you feel about it.
I guess that really depends. I mean,
Or
if your relationship with your mom is that bad, why are you even in the car with her?
I mean, it's still the nigga mom, but I'm just saying like.
I mean, I'm not gonna be in the car with.
But I'm not saying like it's got to be to shit, but it can just be like you're just not a good mom. You know what I'm saying? You might have been partying weekends and shit, and you wasn't present or. You did whatever.
Okay.
You was still there as a parent, but it's just like you really not a good mom type shit or a role model.
Not really worth it.
Yeah, like the whole shit or whatever. Compared to his current lady, who might be a real, you know, support system for him or whatever the fuck the case may be.
Yeah,
I agree though. I think that cause I would get in the backseat for my girl's dad. Like, you know, if that was the situation, if she had a strong connection with her father, like, yeah, let him hit the front seat. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping on that. Just out of respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's no big deal or whatever. But it really just depends on that relationship with that person's parents. But as the boyfriend or girlfriend, always do the respectful thing. Just hit the back seat, man. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of just play that and let it do what it does. 9 times out of 10, if there's no animosity or the parent isn't weird or no weird shit like that, they're gonna hit the back seat.
Anyway. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to be in the front whatever. So yeah, that was my opinion. That's my opinion on that. But no, they were saying they said the opposite. They were saying that the girl hits the front, no issue. Like it's just
Who was saying that though?
my boy Jameson and my boy Juba. They that's what they're whatever. But Jameson, I will say this. Jameson did say like he kind of echoed our sentiment a bit. Like he was saying like, oh that's easy. My mom, she's just gonna get it back there. But he didn't say like what we just said though. He said basically what we said, but not really. He was just saying like she's gonna hit the back seat. I already know that, so I'm gonna put her in the back seat. Me and you, on the other hand, we're saying we're gonna put her in the front seat, and if she so chooses to decide to hit the back seat, then there it go.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like it differed a bit. Maybe I misunderstood what he was trying to say, but okay, cool. So that kind of goes into the next question. It kind of play a little bit. Should your mom own everything your girl owns, i.e., bags, jewelry, trips, etc.? And what I mean by that is, should you be buying your girl a $1,200 Louis purse if your mom's never had a Louis purse? Should you be taking your girl to Greece if your mom's never been out the country? Should you be buying your girl a new car if your mom's needs a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
No.
Okay, break that down.
If you're not gonna, like, how are you not gonna do it for the person who brought you up?
No, so wait, you said no as in what? Because you said no.
Well,
I'm saying. I said, do you think they should?
I think they should. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna do it for your girl, yeah, do it for your mom. Now again, that's gonna depend on like your relationship with your mom. If you have a mom and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, some people's grandmas bring them up or their aunts.
Yeah,
stuff
whatever
like that.
Significant woman or whatever in your life.
Right. So I mean, but if you have a good mom and she brought you up and whatever, I don't know why you wouldn't. Now, of course, it's gonna depend on whether or not your mom's even into those type of things. Because sometimes your mom's not going to be into it. Like, I have no interest to go into Greece. I have no interest in these bags. Like I like this type of stuff instead. So it just really depends on like the type of person and they are. But ultimately, like, yeah. For me, like that's a high priority for me. I feel like I need to repay my mom for everything that she has done for me. Now, but that's just my relationship with my own mom.
True.
So,
I agree. Shit. Yeah, and again, it was the exact opposite for them because they were saying like, and also I feel like we have to take in consideration if your mom is currently actively in a marriage with your father.
That's true too.
Because if so,
that's another thing. A little bit though.
Yeah, to an extent, but at the same time, he was saying like no. He's like, he basically was saying like, I don't agree to that because I'm not gonna be like
They're not trying to wine and dine their mom. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not dating my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
now, are you doing that because you're dating someone, or are you doing that because that's what they're into?
And I don't want to love them. I don't want to misquote them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you buying stuff or taking people out on trips because you care and you love them and that's what they're into, or are you just doing that just so you can feel good? Like, hey, I did this for you. Like, is that something they actually want? That's really what it is. And also, like, I don't know. It's like, why would your mom not want a trip? Why would what sense is that? Why would your mom not want a bag? She's a girl too. I'm sure she carries a bag. And I'm not saying she needs to have like every single bag. I'm sure you can.
But I'm saying like if this is my first time, purchasing like a high dollar amount bag or some shit, and my mom has never had one, I'm not doing it for someone I just met a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Although I love you or whatever the case may be, and you'll have your time for that, this is a woman who's more important to me in my life, who I deem should have these things as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were kind of saying like, nah, I'm not. Like, nah, that's my dad's job. That's not mine. Like,
well, yeah, if you have actor dad, I think that's also a thing. But when you're
in a single
son, when you're a son of a single mother. Or just a child of a single mother or a parent, single parent, you're gonna want to make sure that they're taken care of, especially when you come of age to help provide or help do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's obviously how we're ingrained, but obviously that's different for people to people, and I'm not gonna get like too deep into like specifics, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously that varies between even the ranking of like where you fall in the totem pole in the like as a child. You know what I mean?
Which no, break that down.
Well, I mean like I'm certain since we're older, like our priority of making sure our mom is straight is a little bit different
Yeah.
from our youngest brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that
It shouldn't be a problem.
I'm not saying that just because you're the youngest or wherever you fall, you won't care or you don't want to make sure your parents or your single parent is taken care of. It's just like, well, I don't need to worry about that because I have older people.
Brother doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's where I'm getting at. I'm like, so it kind of falls on that.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that. And to me, I wouldn't give a fuck if I had 10 older brothers. Like,
Right.
I still want to do my like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's based off like your character, like how you are.
Yeah.
Some people are a little bit more selfish. Not to say in a sense of like they don't care, because they care in their own way. It's just like oh, I never thought about it like that because I never had to.
Yeah.
So, and where I fall again on the totem pole, I'm at the bottom. Like y'all need to do something. Everybody else, what are you guys doing? So, and that's kind of how I see it. I think I kind of see it as like more of a responsibility of like older children, not necessarily responsibility, but just
I never looked at it like that. Shit, I think shit, if you had a relationship with this person and they helped you in any way, shape, or form, it don't matter what they did for somebody else and what somebody else is doing for them. That ain't got nothing to do with what that person has done for you. So you relying on the next nigga to do what you supposed to do is kind of bitch ass energy to me a little bit.
No, so, and I can agree with that. I get
what you're going with it, but at the same time, like, yeah.
No,
that's not to say that's how our brothers think about it.
No. I wouldn't say that. I was saying, yeah, that was it was a statement and an example as well, because I'm just saying like
he probably don't got to think about that type of shit.
Right, because like when you have older people, that was just in general, and I was saying that because of what your homeboy said specifically. I wasn't even talking about our brother and
I know what you
specifically. I was talking about like that was just an example, but your homeboys were talking about how that's my dad's thing. Okay, well, one, we don't have an active dad in our life, and then two, not to mention, are they the only kid? Do they have older siblings? Or I don't know their situation.
True.
So if they're babies of the family, of course they may not think about stuff like that, or especially if they have like an active father figure in the house or
that's so the sibling shit. I'm a little bit on the wobbler side of that, but with the father in the house, I kind of can get that a little bit more. Because if you grew up and your dad, and I don't know about y'all, man, leave it in the chat, man, what y'all think about this. Should your mom or your dad, or if you're a female or whatever, receive certain things before your significant other? And we mean trips and all this shit. Like, if your mom hasn't taken a trip somewhere, is it fair for you to fly out your girlfriend? Or if your mom hasn't had a nice handbag or something before in her life, is it fair for you to buy this for your girl? Whatever. Right? So, just for the new people who just fell in here. And also leave a like, man, if you just came in here. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you had a father growing up and he was active or whatever and he really kind of took care of that shit, then you probably don't.
Yeah.
That's like, and you already did all that. Because I know for me, like, my kid's mom not going to have to think like that. Because they, you know what I mean? They already know dad already damn near did everything for it. Right. You feel me? So it's like, to them, it's just like, no.
And that's not to say that they don't want to do stuff. They can
still do shit for sure, but at the same time, it's like, this ain't gonna be her first rodeo.
Exactly.
My dad already.
So you're trying to give that experience to somebody else, and that somebody else is the person that you're in a relationship with. Right. And I think that's how people's perspectives are changed on that on this specific topic, is because of like how you're brought up and the situation that you had, obviously growing up.
Yeah, man. Y'all leave a comment, man. Let me know what y'all think about that. uh, okay, cool. So yeah, man. Let's see. We can hop into that one later. Okay. Would you let your girl if she if the circumstances were right? And this is one of and I got and if you're watching this from Sunday service, there's only like four of these questions that I wanted to run past him. So if you hear these questions again, we just getting his take on it. Um, would you let your girl get in a one-on-one fight? Same side. It's like a fair fight.
Nah.
Okay. Why you say that?
Uh, just me as like my thing. I'm just trying to protect. Uh, I'm just trying to protect the people I care about. That's just what it is. So regardless if I feel like they can win or whatever the case might be, I'm not gonna sit there and entertain it. Especially when you're an adult at this age. Like fighting, you're just gonna. What is it gonna lead to? One, people go to jail, or two, people get like things um, get to a point where it gets too hectic and something else can go on. Like somebody else could die and it can turn like fatal. Where it could have just been an ass whooping at first, but you know
It escalated to some other
yeah,
shit.
exactly. And
So Jameson, he said the same shit. He was like, nah. And as I pried more into it, he was just basically saying if it was a controlled setting,
yeah,
and you know his girlfriend just really was adamant about doing this, then he would say like, yeah, I would, you know, I guess I would. Cause I was thinking like, shit, if you
that's a no.
yeah, I get it. I'm not like, cause it's not really ladylike. I'm not really into chicks who fight and all the rough, rugged ass bitches. But if you, for example, are egging that shit on, or even if you weren't egging it on, say we were out and, cause this is an example I gave him. We're out. I'll go to a restroom right quick. I'll come back, and your girl is fighting another chick.
And then you need to break it up.
Okay, so
Carry out.
that actually leads to the next question. So, are you gonna break it up, or are you gonna start fighting too if it's two girls?
I'm breaking it up, and so I'm gonna step in between. I'm gonna grab my girl. I'm picking her up, and we're leaving. I'm moving because I'm not trying to beat any woman. And
what if she getting jumped? Two girls.
like I said,
Same thing. Okay, same
it's
situation.
the same thing. But again, it's like your thing is to break up the fight. Now, of course, you know, obviously, I know like especially if they're bigger women and everything like that. We were talking about it the other time.
Yeah,
Or
that was on last week's episode.
Um, like you don't win any at all if by as a dude beating a woman, regardless of how big you are or how small she is or how big she is, any of that. Like you're not winning. Yeah, you're losing. But if you are trying to protect somebody and trying to take something like break up a situation, your thing is to break up the situation, and if that requires you to put your hands on someone, not punch, not like do anything, but like if you have to physically push or like grab and like toss, then do so. But that's it. Like
that's basically what Jameson was saying. He was saying like I'm not gonna punch her, but it's gonna be a mean shove.
Yeah, it could be a mush or something like that. Like you get out the way. Or start using your voice or whatever. Like it's
I'm
like
gonna just
say
this:
break it up.
If two girls are hitting my girl at the same time, and we already did the mushing and shit not working, I'm gonna punch one of them. There's no, and say what you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna let my girl get jumped or beat up to save face for you bitch ass niggas. So
no. Like if you see if they're going to
they're still going at it. Yeah,
if they're continuously going at it and stuff like that, and nobody else is stepping in. Well, yeah, I mean you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. I mean that's just what it is.
But all your might rock this bitch, but I'm just saying like I'm finna stun you to stop touching her because I'm trying to break this up, and y'all are making it escalate to something.
That's what you need to do. But at the same time, you have to understand, like, I don't know. For me, I understand, like, emotions can arise and get to a point where, like, people want to get into a physical altercation. But I'm just like so far removed from there, and maybe it's just because like I deal so much with firearms and like actually like self defense stuff like that. Like I have no desire to even take it there because
you know how it could get.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fight anyone because one, I have no desire to. Like again, as an adult, all it's going to result in is like people going to jail or someone getting like severely hurt. And I'm never at a point where like I'm ready to fight because like if I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to kill. That's just really what it is. That's how I feel like if I'm at a point where I feel like I need to put my hands on someone, I'm not I'm not going back and forth. So there's not, and the reason why I say that, it's not, there's not a lot of stuff that really bothers me, because like people can talk and say whatever they want, but I don't care. Just leave it there. But I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not really trying to entertain all that stuff. So I think it's just more so like getting a assessment of the situation of the environment that you're in, and then just removing yourself from there. So if you see like stuff getting hectic and going like you going a whole nother it's going left, I would just leave.
Oh yeah,
it's time for me to go. Like it's time for us to go.
If you can't control that and something happens out of your control and it escalates to that point, do what you got to do. Okay, cool. So basically, what about this? Is one of the more funnier questions. Okay, so what if your daughter's boyfriend can whoop you in a fight? what if this nigga can whoop you in a fight? What you mean? What's that mean?
No,
I think he's a nice dude or whatever, but he could whoop you in a fight.
These are weird questions because like again, I'm not fighting anybody. Like if it gets to a point where I need to defend myself or if I need to actually get physical, I'm shooting. I'm shooting somebody. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm shooting. And like again, I'm not. And if we're arguing, then I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
And it's just the end of that. But if it's getting physical, all right, then I'm pulling. Because like if it's going to like, I'm in the mindset of like if you're fighting, it's life or death situation. There's nothing else. If it's not a life or death situation,
like I said, I'm shooting.
Like I'm just saying, but like if it's not a life or death situation, then it has no reason for you to fight about it. Like you can disagree to, you can agree to disagree. You can just leave. Like it doesn't matter. There's no point in like actually fighting, unless you are, it's something that you're willing to die behind. So
yeah, okay.
So all I'm saying is like if that's the case, all right. And I'm not playing fair. Like if it's a life or death situation, all right, then I'm not playing fair about my life. So I'm going to use all the tools at my disposal.
Yeah, I get it to an extent. That's more so with men fighting or whatever the case may be.
Well, what do you mean? Like, I know I'm not going to lose to a teenager. If my daughter was dating a teenage boy, I'm not going to lose to him.
Might. You never know. Some of these niggas got hands. Some niggas been boxing since they was looking or whatever. You just never know. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I would just say get off first. If you feel like he can whoop you, you need to get off first and go for the nose so you can.
I don't know.
At least leak him.
I don't know. Like what? Why so many fighting things? Why so many fighting questions?
It's only two.
I mean we had that fighting the girl last episode. We got 2 fighting things right here. And so
these like some questions brawl. I asked. Okay, so just like I said, these are 4 questions I asked Jameson on Sunday service that I wanted to get your opinion on because I thought they were good. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going through the topics from last week. I'm like, yeah, actually, I do want to. I would have picked your brain on that too.
Do you like how often have you fought anyone as an adult though? Like I know
I haven't fought since like prom. Like
Well,
literally at 17.
you're
Yeah,
a
so
kid,
no.
yeah. So like as
It's
an
been
adult,
almost a decade since I actually had to put hands on one of you bitches.
that's what I'm saying. Like as
No,
an
no,
adult,
I'm just throwing out the scenario.
no,
See what you
I
think.
get it, but like as an adult, like
You're not really
the
fighting like that.
exactly like
Or
and
you
if you
shouldn't be.
and if you are, chances are you're an idiot. Like that's just what it is. Like you either a don't have a good grasp on your emotions, you don't know how to de-escalate a situation,
Yeah.
with your words, or B, you're just like you're somebody who's just like super riled up and probably on drugs or like alcohol and also don't know how to control yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lack of control. Like again, like as an adult man or just an adult person, if you're fighting, it's a life or death situation,
Yeah,
and
you
like
really should,
you're
really
not
should be
you
fighting
shouldn't
out
be
there,
playing
man.
fair for that. If it's a life or death situation, use all your tools at your disposal, and you're going for a kill. That's just how I look at it. But other than that,
Not too deep because it's crazy though, and because I just seen somebody I went to school with. This nigga got locked up for murder.
who?
You don't know him, but
Well, how did you go to school with them and I didn't?
I went to college.
Okay.
Nah, but he went to MSC.
I thought you were talking about like high school.
But even but you don't know everybody from high school. I know.
No, that's true. I don't. But but most of the kids I know, most of the kids that were in your grade, I may have seen or whatever. Here
he I don't know what the whole circumstance and situation behind that is, but he definitely got locked up for murder. He's in Dallas County Jail right now, and I think in the North Tower or some shit like that. So
why
free him? I don't know what that situation
if
is.
if he murdered somebody, why is he in jail, not prison?
I don't know if he's been convicted. He got picked up on like a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what the circumstance or situation was like, or if it was self defense or whatever. But yeah, I'm not trying to take it to that level or escalate.
Exactly,
to that.
and that's why I'm saying like it's if it's not.
But we
worth
don't know. I don't know what the fuck that situation was.
But
it could have been a robbery gone wrong. We don't know. It couldn't even be something we talking about. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But I'm thinking about it like this: if y'all gonna fight, let it be. It needs to be a good reason. It needs to be contained, and yeah, just leave it at that, and just really avoid it at all costs. But if my girl's getting jumped, I will slap one of you bitches for real. I'm not like I'm so serious. If my girl's getting jumped,
I think
I'm gonna put hands on you.
I think you just need to be a good judge of character, like of the situation. Like, okay, I'm assessing the situation.
Yeah. And I don't fuck with ratchet hoes like that anyway. They're just out here just doing too much and fighting hoes and like.
Yeah, because some girls are mouthy.
Yeah.
Because they got a mouthpiece on them.
Okay, well I'm gonna let you get your ass whooped because you doing a whole lot of popping it right now. Okay, cool. So, I want to ask this one last. So let's see. I got like 2 more questions from. We almost had an hour. We're at 50 minutes. I told y'all it's gonna be a quick episode, a little hour banger, 30-minute hour banger or whatever. We got past the 30-minute threshold. Anyway, so last 2 questions. Would you rather? Damn, I don't know which one I want to ask first, cause fuck it, I'll ask this one. Okay, if you had to choose, like, all right, every time you are next to your girl, or let's say like you going to sleep at night, would you rather her every time she brush her teeth, it don't really never like her breath always kind of lingers stink, or every time she take her shoes off, her feet kind of funky?
What kind of question is
her
that?
feet kind of funky, like you just can't like. And even after she get out the bath, like she doing remedies and all this shit, it just her feet kind of stink.
If that's the case, she probably has like a foot fungus, like
she do everything she can do. Either stanky feet or like stinky breath.
Semi stink breath.
Yeah, stink feet. No, semi both though. It's not like horrid because she's still trying. But when y'all lay in bed, she kick her socks off. Like, damn, baby.
That's she's violating at that point.
When she turn to you and talk to you,
she'll be violating at that point, so she'll have to like keep the socks on.
Damn, all night, even in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you like use some of those thin ones. If that was
you gonna smell it through the thin socks. Okay, well, what about her breath? Because it's like, what if it's only when you get like this close up on her?
I think if you kiss her, then her breath's gonna
You
be
can do-
stinking.
Quick
Just
little.
hug
Get
your
in and
breath.
get out. Get in and get out.
No,
Quick.
but like making out, you can't do none of that either.
You don't like to make out.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said like
That
I'm
nigga
not.
sound straight to business.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying like I'm not. I'm not like a person that is like fixated on that. I'm not worried about like, oh, we gotta be kissing and the foreplay.
We gotta be
like all that stuff. Like I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it needs to be done, then let's do it. But if not, then
Talking about it needs to be done. Oh my god.
But like whatever. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I can't have somebody just like in my face breathing with hot ass breath all the time.
Okay, so
I'm
stanky feet.
I'm gonna take the stink feet for 200.
Like mild, like out of 10, it'd probably be like a 4. Both of them.
Yeah, I mean the feet are far enough away where I'm not really
You
know big
smell
whip.
people's feet. If you close enough to them, you gonna smell the fucking feet. Like, god damn. Or even if it's a hot day, or y'all just got done walking or something, or y'all went to the state fair and you walking around all fucking day, and then
which one are you picking?
I'm gonna go breath. I'm gonna go stinky breath, cause you'll get nose blind to her breath stinking a little bit. And she could just keep gum in her mouth and kind of like.
But she can also keep like put deodorant. She can put deodorant on her feet, so it won't stink. So but you're
deodorant on her feet.
Yeah, there's feet deodorant.
Okay.
And things that you and there's stuff that you can put inside your shoe to deodorize people's shoes, because there's like, and don't get me wrong, I don't know like the situation for me. Here's the thing, I don't know, like this is kind of going off into tangents because now we're talking about shoes and people having like stink shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, niggas definitely got stinky ass.
And I never understood that because like maybe because I'm not like a big sweater. I don't
like the video, yeah.
I don't sweat a lot on my feet. Like I actually have like dry skin. So that's probably why
I sometimes got dry skin when I get out the shower. I need to put lotion and shit on.
And that's probably why I don't sweat too much. Like my feet don't stink, so I don't have stink feet.
But also that if you wear like no socks, your feet is gonna sweat more often.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Like I don't know, or maybe if you're just like a big sweater. But like, and also some people just be wearing their shoes, super hard. And I don't understand that. And they'll be like wearing like they have one pair of shoes and they just wear them down to the bone. And I think,
are you talking about daily driver shoes, or are you talking about like
daily drivers? Like I've seen, like I remember going to school with kids and
like you talking
even
about Crocs, or are you talking about real tennis shoes?
I'm talking about like real sneakers, like real shoes.
Okay. Yeah. Some
and
dudes
people like so
ones,
people
yeah,
like people's shoes stink, and their shoes would be like super brown and shit.
Water and shit through them.
Yeah, and they'll smell like kind of moldy. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how do you get to that point? And don't get me wrong, like of course
I afford new shoes,
and I get that, and I understand that. I definitely understand shoes can get expensive, and especially if you're trying to be fashionable and everything like that. So, but aside from like the fashionable side of aspect of shoes and everything, there are affordable shoes where you don't have to beat the hell out of your shoes, and of course I've been blessed at a point where like I don't have to worry. I'd never had to worry about not having shoes and stuff like that.
Even if like Crocs are like $40, you can get away with 2 pairs of Crocs in a regular daily driver shoe.
Even some people with people with Crocs, some people just
she says I'm dying.
Some people just beat the shit out of their shoes. Though.
Yeah, no, like skate niggas.
That's
what I think of.
I mean,
dirty ass shoes.
There's some, yeah. I mean, but when you're skateboarding, that's a given.
The Simbas or the Adidas, those
Sambas.
Yeah, that's the shoes I'm thinking about when I see like niggas beating the shit out their shoes and. But them skate niggas will wear them shoes everywhere though.
But if they're wearing skate shoes, I get it. They're skate shoes. They're going to get destroyed because you're skateboarding.
Wear them when you skate, then. Nigga.
But like,
wear them bitches out.
No, but I'm talking about like people who are just wearing like regular sneakers, and because I have a picture in my head right now, like just like people just wearing like regular beat up weird Nike sneakers. They're super dingy. They're super dingy.
And they choke their fucking shoelaces.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, why is this a thing? And I'm not trying to
It's
judge.
their parents though. Some people's parents, like some niggas' dads, don't change their shoes for years. Same pair of
that could be
Nikes,
it.
same whatever. Some niggas are still wearing Nike Shocks.
Who?
Niggas' dads. There is somebody out there whose daddy still wears Nike Shocks. To this day, it's 2024. And them bitches came out
Dang,
like 08.
That's hilarious.
Or so. They probably came out before that.
No, I know they still. Well, I don't know actually.
I haven't seen a pair of Nike Shocks in a while, but I know there's somebody out there whose dad still wears Nike Shocks to this day, religiously.
I know that. I don't know why that was even like a super hype thing.
Yeah, they were. I remember I got them for like 5th or 6th grade basketball. I was so hyped. I got the all black pair.
Were they basketball shoes? I thought they were just regular shoes. They were just regular running shoes.
I don't.
Were you using them for basketball?
Mom got them for me for basketball, but I don't fucking know. But either way it goes,
I wouldn't trust mom on buying any sports shoes because she bought it.
I was in 6th grade. I had no fucking say.
But the thing is, no, I get it. But I remember I was running around at the track with soccer cleats on because my mom thought it was track spikes.
Oh my god. The heart was in the right place.
It was, but we're at the track with soccer cleats. I knew no better.
God damn. It's like, who is this nigga? Why running around with fucking soccer cleats on?
Tearing up the track.
Fucking up all the fucking turf and shit.
Dang, that was.
We're just about at an hour, guys. We hit an hour here in a couple seconds. I got my last question, man. Let's see. And this one's actually a good question, but you really got to think about it. Would you rather travel the world for free for 1 year, anywhere you want, back-to-back trips, no issue, for free, or travel to the moon once for free?
Travel the world for free for 1 year. Because you go into the moon, and that's cool, but once you get up there, like, man, this is great. And then, I mean, that's an experience. But when you travel the world, you have a whole bunch of experiences.
She said forces be getting beat down. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Some of you bitches, they be using them as their bar shoes.
I don't know.
Them shits look nasty. Like, if you gonna do them like that, just go ahead and get the black pair.
Honestly, I think it's... I'm not trying to be funny here, but like...
The black pair look like dishwasher shoes. Niggas who be in the back dishwashing them like dishwasher shoes.
The slip resistant.
Yeah, the slip resistant.
There's some people working at McDonald's right now wearing
wearing them.
Thinking those are slip resistant. They're not non-slips.
Yeah, the forces be getting beat the fuck up. You get three good uses out of them.
No,
and if you got some force fields, you might get 4 or 5.
You can wear them because there's actually a graph where you can see like, oh, this is acceptable to wear. But
there's a real graph?
Yeah, there's a real graph.
Oh my God.
Somebody took the time, like sneakerheads took the time to actually show hey, once you get to this point, like you can't wear them anymore. Yeah. Now, like again, these can't be shoes that you use as your daily drivers. Forsters are not daily driver shoes.
No.
They're not. I'm sorry.
Unless you're rich.
Unless you have enough money
like
to
a rapper or some shit.
to
replace them weekly. You cannot wear them every day.
Those are not daily shoes. Those are things that like when you're stepping out
with a certain fit.
Exactly. Like not every fit needs Air Force Ones.
Even though they look clean with it, it's just like it's an easy go to, like all white shoe with a good silhouette. I can always throw this on with a hoodie or whatever and it still look clean.
Right.
But once you get to using it as a daily, you're gonna burn that shit out. But anyway, back to the travel the world freak. I want to hear why did you say the world? Because once you get rich enough, you can do that already. Like you could that's once you're rich enough, you travel the world all you want. You can't. There's only certain even billionaire niggas. There's only like 2 or 3 of them who's gone to the moon. You don't just go to the moon. Niggas just can't go to the moon. Like there's only a selective amount of people ever in the history of humans to go to the moon. There's plenty of niggas who travel the world. Some people make vlog posters and all that shit about traveling. And I didn't say the trip was free. I said your travel was free. So when you get there, you need to have
So
money
what
for
are
a
you gonna do on the
hotel,
moon?
money for a car. I'm gonna look at the fucking planet. I'm gonna be like, damn, this is everything that's ever happened right here, and I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Like, this is a once in a lifetime experience that nobody will ever like. You don't know nobody who went to the moon. Imagine having that. Just like, oh, I went to the moon. Like, damn. That's pretty fucking hard. Like,
No.
you don't even. You get to, and plus, it's like I want to see the planet for myself.
I thought you were talking about like from where I'm at right now. Because like, yeah, of course, whenever you make a whole bunch of money, you can just fucking go wherever you want.
No, I'm saying though, like, yeah, maybe I'm talking about at this moment, but at the same time, like, I'm saying whenever you do get a bunch of money, you could still do that. Like, that option isn't out of grasp. Like, cause even though like, okay, yeah, you could do it for free right now at your current state, but if you're rich enough, you can do that regularly, like, with no issue, and it could be a write off. So technically, would be free. So to me, it's like, nigga, I got the rest of my life to travel the world. You don't get that opportunity to see the moon or travel.
No, the moon would be cool. It'd be cool, but you know, after that,
and how many niggas go to space?
I think we'll probably
Not
be in
that
space. I think going to the moon and all that other stuff will be something that we'll see in our lifetime, like on a commercial type level, where it's like, oh, you know, this is regular. Like our kids will be a little bit older, probably teenage years, or at least, you know, if we have children, but yeah, around teenage level, if not like, you know, early 20s, when traveling to the moon will be like, oh, this is normal.
What do y'all think? What are y'all gonna choose? Would you rather travel the world for free for 1 year, for 12 months?
Well, when you imply that, I'm thinking for free. I get to go wherever I want for free, and everything else attached to that trip is also free. That's what
okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's say that's the case. Are you still choosing the free shit?
Yeah, I'm still. If it's going to go
one time in space to the fucking moon. I don't know. I don't think this is really thinking about
it. I think it'd be cool and it'd be very surreal to see, but
and you get to take pictures. Like, what the fuck? Bring your camera up there. That would be badass. Like, you can always travel the world if you get money, and when you get some money, that's always an option. It's not always an option to go to the fucking moon. Like, it don't matter how much money you have, unless you're like ultra billionaire, hundreds of billions. Not just like, oh, I made my first billion, which is a crazy amount of money by itself, but hundreds of billions, like Elon Musk type status niggas and Jeff Bezos, top 1%, to where you can start playing around about going to the moon. Like, these niggas is just barely scratching the surface on getting there. And you see Elon, he be fighting his fucking life to get up there. So it's like, these niggas, so I got one free trip to do that. Or I got to trip to.
I just feel like what else are you gonna do? Yes, once you get up there, it'll be like super surreal, super cool to see, and then that's just what it is. That's just a moment.
Yeah, and that's the whole point.
And I get that.
That's what
I get that.
You finna get a
but
moment
if you
in Greece or
you get that moment one time out of whenever, just one time
in life.
Yes, in life. But when you
was never gonna get that moment before though.
I feel like you will. I honestly, I feel like that will be something tangible for in our future. Maybe,
but as of right now, it's not.
So. As of right now, I don't really care too much about going to the moon. So that's why I'm saying, like, if I'm getting all expenses paid trip around the world to wherever hell I want to go for a whole year, well, I'm about to make a hell of a year. That's just what it is. And that's just what I'm taking. That's my take on it.
I don't know.
I feel like there's more experiences that I get to have and things that I can actually enjoy here. Because, like, are you doing it all alone? Are you going to the moon by yourself? Are you traveling by yourself?
It's like I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Well, you're asking the question.
I'm saying this. Like, who the fuck cares? You get to go to the moon. Fuck all the other shit. Do you want to go to the moon or not, nigga? Do you want to see what the planet looks like?
I would like to go to the moon, but if we're asking would I rather travel the world, the whole entire planet, anywhere I want to go, and
what you
not
can do as a rich person?
Yes, and you can also go to the moon as a rich person, as you see.
You can't.
That's an ultra
how many
rich
niggas do you see?
That's an ultra rich person. Okay,
we know.
But either way,
one nigga who went to the moon
there's
who's
two.
ultra rich.
Well,
so that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Elon didn't go to the moon. He just went to space.
Okay, so that proves my point even more on how hard it is to get to the fucking moon. Like, you see the moon your whole life. You've never been up there. You never can just go up there.
I've seen a lot of stuff my whole life. I've never been there.
But you have access to it. You don't just have access to go up there. Huh?
Not necessarily.
Yes, you can. You can travel anywhere you want in the world right now with a legal passport.
No, you can't.
Besides, like, North Korea and communist places.
There's places that you can't go.
I don't want, but who the fuck wants to go to North Korea?
I would travel everywhere.
I would never in life.
For a year, I would go. For a year, all expenses paid. I'm hopping everywhere. I'm going to Antarctica. Cool on that. Because I want to see the ice spiders, the big ass ice spiders that these guys are talking about. I want to see it, and I'm safe too. Like I'm in a
I'm in making up extra shit. What the fuck? We just talking about a regular trip.
I don't care. I'm saying what I got.
I'm going to the moon, man. Cause no nigga never can say nothing like, oh, if you were talking to somebody, oh, I went to Alaska. Cool, me too. Oh, I went to Ireland.
Nobody cares about that.
Oh, I went to fucking Brazil. I went to New Zealand. Like, cool, me too. I went to the fucking moon. What about me too that? You can't me too that, nigga. I went to the moon. There's only a list of us. There's a small list of niggas, and I'm on that list who went to the moon. And I got pictures of it too. From the moon. And I got a picture of the whole world, nigga. Everything you ever known and ever seen ever. I got a picture of that on my phone. That I took.
That I lost in space.
You didn't lose it? You can bring it back home.
I lost it in space.
You can come back home. Like you're gonna be able to come back home.
I'm trying to airdrop it.
If you lost it, you're a fucking idiot. That's why you gotta take a real camera. You take your iPhone and shit. I'll take iPhone pics, but
no, but just imagine you in space.
I mean, you still get that experience,
and then you're on the moon.
Damn,
and then you went a little bit too far, and now you're on the dark side of the moon. And you freeze your ass to death.
Nah. We talking about like a controlled situation. Like you're not just roaming around, just kind of up there, just trying to figure shit out. Plus, this is a whole.
Are you a flat earther?
Like a moon? I don't. That's what I want to see. That's the part I'm thinking.
Oh, like, that's why you want to go to the moon.
Like you can really see that for yourself though. Like that's another part of it. Like, cause you look up a telescope. I seen this little clip and they were saying like they never got no real pictures of a telescope. It's always like animated pictures. And I looked it up. Yeah. Or what's the shit that be floating around? A fucking
a satellite.
Satellite. You've never seen a real picture of one. It's always animated.
When? No, there's real pictures.
That's what I thought. I looked that shit up. Hold on.
That sounds crazy to me. I never heard that.
Yeah. Let me see.
I do think our government feeds us false information, though. No, I don't think. I know. But as far as it being...
Hold on, let me pull it up bigger.
Fake telescope.
All of these pictures are animated. Y'all right now, if you watching this, go and look up real picture of satellite. All of them are animated. They're all just depictions of what it would look like in space. They don't have no real pictures of it. Is that not weird? So I'm up there. I can see for my fucking self what's going on. And we seen that this nigga Neil Armstrong got, or is that the dude? Was that the cyclist or was it? Whatever. The nigga who was supposed to go to the moon.
He said that he never went. He said that he was
running around chasing this nigga out of hotel lobbies, asking him to swear on the Bible that he went, and he just he was socking niggas out. You see what I'm saying?
No, he did say that. I do remember seeing that he did say that they never went to the moon. That they were recording that in the studio. I remember him saying that.
I would like to see it.
I remember seeing a video of him saying that. Now, whether or not it's not real, I don't know. There's a lot of
that's all I'm saying.
But I was also heard about like the ice spiders. Like I was talking about. Here's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
the big ass ice spiders in Antarctica, where we're not able to travel. We're not able to travel there. So, that's the thing too. So
ice spiders.
Yeah, they said that there's like giant spiders in Antarctica, and they're.
I would never want to see that. What the fuck?
I would like to
the
see
size
it from
of like what, a dog or something, or how big are we talking?
I don't know. They're just giant. They are definitely big.
Yeah, something like that size.
Yeah.
No. What the fuck? I would never.
I want to see if it's real.
Life.
I would like to see if it's real. And also, they were saying that there's like supposed to be a hole down there.
I'm trying to find a better photo of one.
Like a big ass portal or something. I don't know. I don't know what's real or fake at this point. That's why you guys stay strapped, guys.
Damn, I can't even fucking see this shit. It's so blurry, y'all. I wouldn't even want to show y'all this bullshit. Let me see. Yeah, I'm cool, man. Fuck all that. I'm pretty sure them spiders are big. I remember one time, and this was in Princeton. I remember one time. I swear to God, this is the biggest spider I have ever seen in my life. This spider, we were we were coming back from Greenville, and we were headed to Dollar General. If y'all from Princeton, y'all know what's going on. We were headed to Dollar General, right here, right across the street from David's. And if y'all know anything about Princeton, that the buggies used to be on the left side of the building. They don't have a cart rack in the Dollar General in Princeton. The buggies are on the left side of the building. And as my Auntie Karen was pulling out the cart in the back, I swear this spider was, no exaggeration, the size of
a baseball.
Like no, Jamal. Seriously, this shit was like probably the size of one of them keyboards, with a fat ass booty, like a big ass, like it was a big black spider, and it ran from because she pulled the cart out and the rattling. And the shit like scurried off. I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" Show them the size of this keyboard, just so they can get an idea. Yeah, one of them. Just it don't even matter.
They're all different
gray
sizes.
one, the gray one, yeah, right here in the middle. It was heavy as fucking keyboard. God damn. No exaggeration. It was around this size, and y'all probably gonna think I'm fucking lying. Let me see if there's
giant spiders.
Yeah,
this is pretty big. Look at this. Well, I don't have huge hands, but.
That's a big ass spider.
Reference to my hand. If it's that big, that's giant.
It had a big ass booty.
The spider was thick.
Yeah. You see this? Hold on. It wasn't this spider, obviously, because I think it says Australia. Something like that.
Damn.
Something like that. You see this nigga hand in the back, y'all?
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Big ass spider. Oh, let me see. Here go another picture of just a massive spider, just running around in the back of Dollar General in Princeton. And
someone must have released that. There's no way that's native to North America.
The size of the whole fucking toilet. There's spiders like this.
No, I believe it. All the craziest animals are actually from Australia. That's where you'll see the most craziest animals.
They got next level. They got shit that they're not supposed to have. And
really,
I mean,
no, just look at a kangaroo.
That's why none of them niggas live in the mainland. They all live on the coast.
Yeah, the outback.
It's like
the outback is just devastating. They're gonna die out there.
You can't live.
You have to live. Yeah, exactly on the coast.
And that's probably why they got so many species of shit, because humans aren't there to fuck with it and whatever else.
No, for sure.
Let me see. Do I have any more questions? Let me see.
I don't know what is going on, and I'm not sure how the stream kept going too.
I don't even know. But shit, if y'all here rocking with us, I appreciate it. No more questions. That's episode 6, week 6, man. We made it. Y'all give us a like, round of applause in the comments, some hearts, whatever the fuck you feel like giving us for making it this far. A month and a half in, man. Actually, I like saying the weeks because it sounds longer than a month and a half. Like it's like it sounds less. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, 6 weeks, man. We in this bitch.
That was enough time for somebody to get a report card.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many kids?
Niggas used to be lying on their report card. They used to be lying bad on their report card.
How many kids right now have kids? I was just seeing a video of somebody who was born in 2000. Damn. In the year 2004. The year 2004.
I think Cena was born in 2004.
And they're 20 years old. And she was having a baby. She was pregnant. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Nah, and then I thought about it. I'm like,
there's niggas in high school and middle school having kids.
No, yeah, definitely, that's crazy too.
And you know 'em. I'm not gonna drop the name, but you know those people.
I know. No,
yeah. If y'all from Princeton, y'all know. And shout out to her too. And
her.
Yeah,
she talk about someone specific.
Yeah, she had a son in middle school, and I think 2 sons or 2 kids in high school.
And she was getting busy.
Yeah, she was. Her and I don't even finna get into it. She gonna weed out who the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, shout out to her too, man. There's a lot of people with kids out here though. So
yeah, but before we go, here's my question to you. If there is a time,
yeah,
do you think that you'll stop thinking about like, okay, I'm not gonna even worry about having kids? What age?
Nah, probably not. Cause I seen like 50-year-old niggas still having kids and shit. Dame Dash just had a kid. And niggas like 55 or something.
Do you think that you're doing a disservice?
If you're poor, yes, because you're not gonna be able to live a long life.
Okay.
For yourself, and like your longevity in life goes up if you have more money. And I'm not saying that it's everything, but at least like you can at least see your kids to 30. Because if you start at 50, you might make it at 80 if you're rich. Most rich people don't die till like late 70s, 80s, maybe 90s, depending on what's going on. But in ultra rich people or like super healthy people and like Asian people in different countries and shit like that, they make it to the hundreds. But yeah, I would say I wouldn't necessarily like, I'm not just gonna jump into having kids just because I feel like I'm getting older and I just settle for some bullshit ass bitch and just have a kid. But at the same time, I'm looking at like, I gotta find the right person. Everything's gotta be right, because I gotta like, if my kid's gonna be half of you, then I really have to like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if I would stop. My criteria might change the older I get. Mm-hmm. Shit, I don't know. I can't say, but I do plan on having kids like early 30s, early to mid 30s. That's probably when I'll start having children and looking in that direction. Really, I would have to. There's a criteria of things like financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I want to be abundant before I bring somebody else into the world, because I know the type of dad I'm going to be. I'm going to put my shit on the back burner. And I'm selfish right now. I want to enjoy my youth and whatever the fuck else I got going on. And I don't want to be sitting up trying to teach somebody how to read and talk and write at this moment.
Yeah.
But that's not to say in the next, couple years, 6, 5, whatever years, that my mindset might switch and I'm like, I'm all about this little person right now. But right now, I don't have, like, some of you niggas don't need to have kids right now too, because you let Coco Melon and whoever the fuck else teach your children how to read, and some of y'all don't even do the groundwork. Like, your kid will be 4 and just learning how to speak. Like, to me, dang. Yeah, like, or
you know somebody,
or 3 years old, and I'm not gonna dox them, but 3 years old and they kid just and it's like, bro, you gotta. Are you sitting them down with the reading blocks and how do you say this? How do you say that? Are you talking to them like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Dang. And that to me is like, if you're not ready to do that, there's nothing wrong with that. but don't have a child at this moment because you're doing them a disservice by allowing the school system or whoever the fuck else or YouTube or whatever to raise your child for you because you're too lazy and you're too whatever, and you're gonna give a list of excuses as to why you feel like that. Well, it's hard being this and that. I'm not saying it's not, and we're not debating on the validity of what you're trying to argue, but we're just saying that it's still a disservice.
What do you think about like the the fact that this generation, like my generation and your generation, are so close together, but they're technically different?
Yeah,
because you're technically a Gen Z.
My generation is like, I feel like if you were born in from anywhere from 90,
Like you're almost a millennial, but you're not.
yeah, I was about to say like we're in our own bubble. We're not Gen Z. We're not millennials. And the age bracket I was gonna say was from 96 to 2000, 99 really. 2000, I'll give you 2000. Maybe, yeah. It's kind of a wobbler with the 2000.
No, you just give it
2024.
Just give it.
You're 24 years old. No, I'm yeah, 96 and no. I'm saying like this year, if you were born in 2000, you'd be 24.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 96 to 99, we're in our own bubble. We're not millennials. We're not Gen Z.
I wouldn't even say 99. Those are definitely Gen Z.
No, because
I would say
see because Jabari like he's
98.
90, yeah, 98, but it's like
96, 98. It's really that pocket of time.
No, I know some really mature people who are what? How old would you? 25? There's some mature people who are 25 right now, and who were born in 99. So it's like
I think that goes for because there's immature people who like
for sure. It don't matter what age.
So I think it's just more so of like how you grow up and everything else.
I would say we can cut it off 98.
96, 98. That's what it is. It's that small pocket.
It's like we're in our own bubble. It's not like if you're born in 96 to 98, we're not either one. Like we're kind of in the cusp or whatever. Like I didn't get on the internet until I was like 12.
You guys are like they're literally just you guys are literally are like the middle children.
Yeah,
the middle generation
of the generations right now.
The middle.
So it's like it's kind of that weird thing. Like I grew up where we played outside, but I also grew up
where you're on the internet,
where the internet was kind of cool or whatever. So it's like it's kind of like a weird situation. But what was the question? How do I feel about what?
About like this generation of like these generations, basically because. It's specifically talking about millennials, so people my age or a little bit older. So I think the cutoff. I don't even know the cutoff for millennial.
I wouldn't even.
But the question is, it's like
y'all a millennial too. I would say like, it's kind of hard to consider you a millennial too. Granted, 94, like I get it. No, but it's like you didn't like. I mean, yeah, you grew up in the 90s, but not like you were 6. When the 90s were over. So you didn't really grow up in the 90s.
I remember stuff from the 90s.
Yeah, sure.
So
okay, well,
and that's the thing. If you can remember recall things from the 90s, I think that's fair. And that's why you go.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that then. I don't remember shit from the 90s. Well, cuz I was 3 whenever the 90s were over. So my memory started in the early 2000s. We're like 2000s babies. Like early mid 2000s or whatever, but I feel it's just so like the new age like Gen Z kids or whatever. Even though I am the start of Gen Z, I am a Gen Z kid or whatever. Like they're cool, you know what I mean. I think that they have a lot of different like mindsets towards a lot of current issues or whatever, and I like the creativity and the artistic side of things. And
that wasn't even the question though. The question was how do you feel about millennials not being able to afford to have children? Now I know, and obviously that will trickle down to people who are in Gen Z as well, because you guys are obviously younger than we are. But the real question, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's people who are millennials who have children right now, but for a large percentage of us, we don't have kids. And we technically can't afford it as a generation in a whole because of like how everything is.
I feel like
because what like it's only going to get
Yeah, I feel
get
like
worse
it
before
always
gets
gets
bad.
worse
Yeah, before
for
it gets
each
any better.
generation. And I think that's really just due to inflation, especially in America. Because we're talking about a small demographic out of the whole world. Because there is places where millennials are thriving. Uh,
Millennials are from the year
like
millennials were
86 or some
born
shit.
between 1981
Damn.
1981 to 1996. So 96ers are actually millennials as well. So
Yeah, I
they're
know.
not
Because
even.
I said 97 is the start of Gen Z.
Okay, so yeah, 97 to 98. So those are the only 2 years that will be in that
No,
weird
that's what
pocket.
I'm saying. I'm
So
considering 96 too. Because we're on
nah,
our own level.
and
Even though, just because you're.
if they're with us, they're with us.
No, because I'm with Gen Z, but I'm not with them. So I'm saying from 96 to 98. Because like
You got
you're
those late pocket.
from 96, you don't remember anything from the 90s. You're 4. You might remember a memory or two. But
I think
you didn't grow up in the 90s. You
I don't think,
have those
I
experiences.
don't think it has to deal with when you are growing up. I think it's just whenever you come to an age where you are now able to have children of yourself. That's how they split up generations. That's how.
No, I'm saying I'm talking
that's
about
just how it is.
How I'm grouping up why I grouped up 96 and 98. Or 96 through 98.
And I get it.
Those we're on our own group. That like 95, okay, I'll give it to y'all, whatever. Even though it is like kind of debatable, whatever.
Nah, 95.
Because real millennials to me are people who were born in the 80s and early 90s, i.e., all the way up to 93. And my personal opinion,
way. How is 94? I'm just saying, like,
because you have a real recollection of
how
what
is
the fuck was going
94?
on.
How is 94 not the?
I would throw
a
that
year.
in the bubble.
But I'm just saying, like, how is 94 not early 90s?
Okay, technically, if we're just by rounding, yes, it would be an earlier 90 year, but
right,
you don't have any. So, for example, right, kids who were born in because 97 to 2011 or something is Gen Z, and then 2011 to current day is like Y or whatever the fuck it is now, or X, Generation X or whatever. But if you were born in 2010 and technically you're Gen Z, you're not really Gen Z. You're kind of Generation X because you grew up with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though technically, yeah, you're at the tail end of our shit. Like, yeah, you're technically a millennial, but you didn't really grow up with us. You didn't really, you didn't have to endure whatever the type of shit that we endured, like the late 80 babies and the.
I don't think that's the case because again, like when they are breaking up these generations is based off of when these people are actually able to have children and start entering the workforce and being the front runners of the actual society of the economy. That's where the generations are breaking up.
If you graduated in the teens from 13 to 19, then it's like you really
there's no way.
There's no way you can be considered a millennial in my eyes. Sorry. Because
19. Why would you be?
No, I'm not considering 19. I'm just saying.
19.
I'm saying the teens though, because that's still the teens. Like, okay, yeah, the kids.
I'm 100% a millennial
and all that.
Because I actually have more things in common with millennials than I actually do with Gen Z. That's just what it is.
Okay, so that's why I was saying we're not either one. That's why I was saying like because.
Well, you're saying that I wasn't because
no, I'm not. That's what I'm. So that's what I'm saying right here. Like, I'm not either one a millennial or a Gen Z. We're a thing of our own. Okay. Granted, I'm technically a Gen Z because I was born in 97, and you're technically a millennial because you're born in 94. Neither one of us are really in that crowd because it's like I'm at the beginning for mine and you're at the tail of yours. So. That's why I said this.
I'm only at the tail by missing by 2 years.
Okay, so you're not even in it. That's you're in it, but you're not
I'm in it to the point where I'm like, because generationally, things will not change. Like regardless of me being okay, let's say so when was I?
I'm
Hold
putting
on,
I'm putting y'all in a bubble.
I was born in 94, right? So in 2004, I was 10 years old.
I'm gonna say if you are
So
okay,
hold on. So in
2004.
2004, I was 10 years old. From what the 90s was, there wasn't a whole bunch that changed between late not that part of the 90s to 2004. There were things that changed. Don't get me wrong. There's like technology that got better and everything like that, but society hasn't really
you're
changed.
saying your girl's a millennial?
Yeah,
No,
she is a millennial.
Technically, but she's not though. She's not though.
How?
What do we? Okay, let's look at it like this, right? Okay.
How? Like she's a year off of me.
Okay, yeah, you guys are a year apart, and
on paper, not
yeah,
even really a full year.
So I'm saying this because, and the reason I'm saying you are in there too is because your birthday is you're not January. You're late in a year. So you're damn near almost 95 with it. So I'm saying this like, okay, if we're by my estimate, I'm going in because I'm gonna revamp my answer. I'm going 95. Okay.
Now you're just adding shit.
I'm not. Let's really.
You just want everybody to be in the boat with y'all. Because the thing is, nobody wants to be a Gen Z. That's just what it is.
I'm about to break it down.
That's what it is.
95, okay, all the way into 98, we're our own class. Like, it's not even. And since you were 2 months away from being, or not even 1 month away from being born in 95, then you kind of fall into that category too. From 95 to 98 being our own separate class of a generation, because people who were born from 95 to 98, you're not old enough to know what's really going on with the millennials, and you're too old to really click with the generation Z.
I guess I think,
or whatever.
I will give you that. That is a fair assessment.
So we're in our own.
So it is like we're that weird pocket kids. It's just like the turn of the new millennial. Or the turn of the new millennia. So I understand that part of it. But at the end of the day, I do have, like, I would still say that I have more things in common with a millennial than I would ever have with a Gen Zer. I understand, like, I get both sides because, like, we are, like you were saying, we're in that middle, the happy middle, so we can kind of float in either way. But at the end of the day, there's a huge disconnect between a older millennial. Hold on. But there's a huge disconnect between a older millennial than to a older Gen Zer. So you would be technically an older Gen Zer. You wouldn't have that much in common with the older millennial. There would be things that the older millennial has checked off and has experienced that you haven't gotten to in your life just yet. And you're at the very top of you're at the very beginning. So, but what I'm saying, compared to you and me, well, I'm closer to a millennial because there's things I've already checked off in my life and I've already experienced because of my age that I've already gotten to, or that I can relate to an older millennial that I couldn't relate to a Gen Zer.
Like what? What is it like? Because I'm looking at it like this. Like, okay, of course, you being on the tail end. So, and we'll just, for the sake of the conversation, we'll say people from 95 to 98, we'll just classify them as Generation Black, just for the conversation, just so we can have a name for it.
Okay.
So, if you're at the beginning of Generation Black, and of course you're not going to agree
Are you saying that? So
from 95 to...
I was born in 95.
Okay, but we're throwing you in there because you were a month away from 95. You're not like a whole year ahead of these people or none of this shit, or even 2 years ahead of them.
I mean, but if we're on based off of when you're going to school, the group of people you're going to school with, the things that you're seeing
would be...
Of course, you're going to be exposed to your generation. Like, because I'm in this class with these people. I'm not in class with the younger crew. So regardless of like it being only a month away and stuff like that, it's just like I'm lumped up with these people because that's the group of people that I'm lumped up with.
Because
So
Jamila,
say
I
what
would say is a real like in my eyes. And it's like it's kind of hard to say because like even when I do say this, it's like I'm leaving out somebody, but my older sister would be the cutoff for that because she can really remember and recall things from the 90s.
She can. Actually, I have a better memory of what happened back then than she does.
I'm saying like
so how's
you
that?
probably can't even remember when Tupac or what's his name died or the Trade Center blowing up the first time or
The Trade Center.
yes, the World Trade Center in '97 blowing up, like shit like this. You were
Why
too
would
young.
she know about that? She wouldn't know about that either.
But because she's older, so she would know.
She wouldn't.
But that's a person to person thing. Like
it's based off of what you're exposed to as a child. Like what in '97, our sister was 4 years old. What the hell would she know?
4?
She was born in '93.
Okay.
97. If the place blew up in '90,
I thought she was born in '91. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
So I'm like, so why would she know
okay,
about?
Well, yeah, I take that back then, because I'm thinking she was born in '91 this whole time. So that's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that.
No.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, okay.
She's like literally a year. She's a year off of me. That's it. So I'm like,
okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna say okay. I'll say that then. It's kind of hard to say that because it's like even the kids who were born in if you were born in 2008, you're technically a Gen Z, but you didn't really grow up with us Gen Zs, even though you're
2008
because the cutoff is 2011. Okay, cool. You had 3 years of being a.
So 2011 is the end of Gen Z.
I think. Yeah,
so we have these new. We have a new.
Generation Y, I think.
Is that what they call?
Yeah.
Mm.
Or X. It's Generation X, I believe. Let me see.
No, Generation X is before the Boomers.
Let me see.
Yeah, those are super.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, Generation Y. That's what.
Yeah, X is like they're damn near dead. All of them. No offense.
Zoomers, Generation Alpha. That's what it is.
Oh.
From 2010 to mid 2020s.
2010.
So Generation Zoomers / Gen Z was from 97 to 2012. So if you were born in 2010, okay, yeah, you're a Gen Z, but you don't really have Gen Z experiences. Like, you're technically a Gen Z, but it's like, you don't really...
In 2010?
Yeah, because the cutoff is in 2 years. But they're technically...
But it's 2024 now. So why would they not have those same experiences, though?
They didn't grow up with us.
I think it's just...
We're in the same generation, but I was born in the 90s. You were born in 2010.
No, and I get that.
So you're 14 saying that you're with me. You're not with me.
Well, how old were you in 2010?
I was 13.
You're 13 though.
In 2010 when he was being born.
So you were still a kid though. So,
but you weren't here, so you don't have any experience.
And I get it though, but I understand that part where you have like years because like somebody born in.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't if as a millennial, if in this situation, you classifying yourself as a millennial in the last 2 years, and I'm 13 years deep in this, you didn't really grow up with us. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, and I get that.
Okay.
Like you'll have people at the tail end of stuff.
That's not really a part of.
Where
like,
you're like,
you're okay. Technically, you're Gen Z.
You're only there by association.
But you're not. Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, I think that cutoff for millennials happens at 95, 94. I'm in that bitch. I'm in there.
It's like saying, oh, it's the cutoff for 2009. Like, nigga, that's just a year. Like,
2009?
It's like the same example of this kid who was born in 2010.
Yeah.
It's this other kid saying, well, oh, no, the cutoff 2009.
Yeah, that's...
Like, fuck, no, it's not. It's the same shit.
Nah, because you'll
have the same stuff.
No, it's not.
It's the same stuff. Because your 1 year grants you more experience. Like, no, you were just... When I was 13, you were only 1 at this point. So you still are 12 years behind. You didn't grow up with us. That's what I'm saying. So, but as a millennial in that situation,
if you're thinking about it, you're still a child in that time period because for that next 10 years, because when
But I've had 13 years of experience that you still have yet to, you're just now becoming born. And I grew up with 13 years of TV shows,
and I think
experiences,
that's the same.
movies,
There's people
candies,
who are born in 81 who probably believe that same way.
events that happen, things
people,
that you like, oh well, technically I was born in that generation, but I don't really know what's going on with that. Like, you don't really know what's going on in the 80s. From 81 to 90 whatever.
I have no idea what was going
so
on in the 80s.
You can't really you're at the tail end. Like, okay,
I
yeah,
understand
you're a couple
I'm at
years
the
old,
tail I understand
but you're
I'm at
not
the tail
really
end.
in that. You're not really from that. That's
but
what,
there's a reason, and I think it's based off of how what I was talking about before, how society actually changed. Things aren't going to change overnight. So those group of people are going to live like this, regardless if you're at the tail end or at the very beginning. It's going to be a little bit different depending on like what end you're at, which end of the spectrum you're at. But generally speaking, you're going to have to live like this. This is how these 20 years are going to look like.
But if you're at the end of it, you can't claim to be. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody, it doesn't matter what the situation is or however the lifestyle or whatever the case may be. If you're at the end of it, you can't really tag yourself with a part of what they got going, because you didn't experience what they experienced. You're experiencing what this new generation is experiencing because you're at the beginning of that. So you're the class leader of this generation. You're not a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Because the niggas who were born in 81, I'm pretty sure don't feel like you're a real millennial. Because
it's a 15-year difference.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying, like,
no, because in 15 years, so like I said, from 81, 15 years is from 81 to 2000 to 96. That's 15 years. So
you think somebody who was born in 1981 shares the same experiences as somebody who's born in
hell yeah? Because the thing is
1996.
Because look at it this way.
81, I went to school with people who were 96 is a year older than me. That's like basically me saying like, oh, like I have the same experience as somebody who's born in 81. Like, fuck no, I don't. They remember music. They had Walkmans. They had fucking pagers. They remember when Tupac died.
Think about it like this.
They were old enough to see.
Hold on. Think about it like this though. Because if you were born in that window of time from like 81 to 96 and your parents had a bunch of kids, you will all be millennials. Weirdly enough for us, it's different because we were at these weird ages, like the pockets, but because me and my sister, we're still millennials. We're both millennials. But you and our younger brother, you guys are both in two different. Well, actually, Jabari's still in the.
He's a Gen Z.
Yeah. So honestly, it's just a turn of time. The changing of the time. So it's two millennials and two Gen Zers.
But I'm saying this, like,
but
the 95 to 98 is his own bubble. So after 98. 99 and all, whatever. Well, I consider them the real leaders of Gen Z.
My point to that was the fact that you're living in the same household. So and for us, for our situation, and for a good amount of people probably born around the same time as us, they're going to have those weird in-betweeners where there's a split in the household. But when you're at the beginning of a generation, at the beginning of that next generation, if your parents are having kids, like even with a couple years in between, all these motherfuckers are going to be the same in the same generation. So because like, think about it. If you have somebody who is 15 years old, basically by brothers, because like what I'm, how old am I? I'm 29. You're 26. There's 3 years difference. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So 3 years difference. So think about it. If somebody was born in 81, and then 3 years from there, that's 84. They're still millennial. And
we're not talking about
that. No, the reason why I'm saying that is the fact is, if you're at the beginning of the millennium, and you are having and your parents are having children up to these 15 years, they're all going to be in the same bubble. we are like the reason why we feel like there's a big difference is because we're at that change. We're at the tail ends. We are at the tail ends of it, and you're at the beginning of one, and we're at the end of the other one. So that and we lived in the same household. That's why we had those weird. You have that weird. Well, not you, just you by yourself, but we both have that weird sense of like, well, I can relate to this because I lived with millennials, but I also can relate, and I can also relate to you because I've lived with Gen Zers. So it's like, well, we're in that middle, that weird in between stage where it seems like, well, that seems like that's far fetched because like, how can you be lumped up with these people when you're closer to me, but I also and I'm not lumped up with those people because just based off a couple years, if that does that make sense to you?
I get where you're going with it, but at the same time, it goes back to that example that we just talked about. Like, okay, I'm the beginning of Gen Z, 97. A kid who was born in 2009, granted, you're in my generation, you and you might share some similarities in some situations because, like, all honesty, like, it doesn't really differ that much from generation to generation. You still wouldn't know about certain experiences that I had growing up in this generation as a Gen Z. You still don't know about early 2000s SpongeBob, and you don't know.
There's reruns. I
But
don't think that's
you didn't
fair.
grow up when it was happening. You didn't have that experience.
Well, the same thing can be said about
You don't
like
know
how,
about Blackberries. You don't know about sidekicks and shit.
But that
you don't
that,
know
that
about
would-
Blade Blades and Rip Rips.
But
you don't know about Digimon.
But
You don't know about these things because you're not a
Here's
part.
the thing.
You're a part of the generation, but you're not a part of that generation.
But also, that wasn't your generation either.
that is
that was-
my generation. I
No,
grew up with,
it's yours because you were at because you were at the very beginning of it. So you got the tail end of what was going on with.
And
With,
yeah,
the,
we already
with the
decided
whole
that
other generation.
Generation
But
Black,
that was what you were
95,
just talking
98 is a
about.
bubble.
That was our generation. But you got that experience.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's because we already talked about that. Like with the Generation Black, the example generation I'm talking about from 95 to 98. Okay, yeah, we're a unicorn in this situation. So I'm not going to say that.
But not even just in this situation. That goes for all generations actually. Because
Yeah, for every generation, there's always going to be those tweeners.
in-betweeners.
So yeah, for
I guess
sure.
I guess we're just going around in circles at this point.
Yeah, basically. At the end of the day, man, if you're at the end of the generation, you can't. It's kind of like you're a tweener. You can't really claim that generation. I won't. Like, even if I was born in '96, I would never claim to be a millennial.
I'm claiming
Like
the
a true millennial.
I'm a
Because
millennial.
you're not a true millennial at that point. You're kind of like just.
Nah.
You're kind of like whatever.
I
It's
think
like I wouldn't really claim to be a Gen Z, like all the way. Like, yeah, I'm Gen Z, but like, am I really Gen Z?
honestly, the main reason why I'm going so hard to consider myself a millennial is because I do not want to be lumped up with Gen Z. Well, I technically on paper I can't be, but I can't stand Gen
we're
Z.
really our own shit. I would rather we just gonna call it Generation Black, and just leave it at that. If you were born from whatever late '94, whatever to '98,
95.
Generation Black. We do our own thing. Man, that was episode 6 of It Takes Two, man. I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. If you like that, leave a like, leave a comment. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel like how do y'all feel about the whole generation shit, man? Y'all leave a comment, let us know, man. Again, big salute, big shout out to everybody who came out. Big shout out to Jamal.